Donald Trump will return to the White House on January 20th for a second term that could look very different from his first. Trump and fellow Republicans, along with other prominent conservatives, have circulated a wide range of proposals that could mean big changes for K-12 schools. Some of those proposals involve convincing the Supreme Court to upend long-standing constitutional precedent. But what will Trump actually be able to accomplish once in office? Here are 3 things I'll be watching in the coming months. Every year, the federal government supplies billions of dollars to K-12 schools around the country. For context, schools get 90% of their funds from state and local sources. Trump can't control what happens with those dollars. Congress can, however, reduce federal spending, and Trump has already said that's a big priority for him. Much of the insight we have into the incoming administration's policy priorities comes from Project 2025. That document includes a proposal to dramatically shrink investment in Title I grants. Right now, roughly 60% of school districts nationwide receive Title I money each year to support students from low-income families. Project 2025 also suggests consolidating or eliminating other federal grant programs that support schools, including funds and programs that serve students with disabilities, Native American students, and English learners. Many schools would face big budget gaps if they lost those federal dollars. But Trump made similar proposals during his first administration that Congress ultimately ignored. Title I and other federal funds in education have broad bipartisan political support, and members of Congress may be reluctant to cut them, even if Trump says they should. Over the last few years, one of the Republican Party's biggest legislative priorities at the state level has been to give parents public funds for private educational options of their choosing. That money comes in the form of vouchers, education savings accounts, and tax credit scholarships. Now, with Trump in charge, momentum is building for a federal program that does the same thing. State-level private school choice programs have grown fast. 1 million students nationwide participated in them last year at a cost of billions of dollars for state taxpayers. But they're also controversial. Many have become far costlier than states projected. It's difficult or even impossible in some places to tell how participating students are faring academically. And some state Supreme Courts have ruled programs like these unconstitutional. The U.S. Constitution gives Congress the power of the purse, and in 1974, Congress passed the Impoundment Act to explicitly prohibit the president from withholding federal funds Congress has already agreed to spend. But Donald Trump has said repeatedly that he believes he has the authority to simply not spend federal funds approved by Congress. The Trump administration could ultimately ask the Supreme Court to weigh in. Over the next several months, I'll be closely watching this issue because of its potential effect on education funding. For more school finance coverage, visit edweek.org.